Did Meghan Markle just prove in her Harpers Bazaar interview that she doesn't love Prince Harry as much as she tries to make out? Let's dive into Megsy's chilling interview confession that you guys missed. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to The Dose, the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because did Megsy just prove in her Harper's Bazaar interview that she actually doesn't love Prince Harry as much as she tries to make out? Well, let's dive into Megsy's chilling interview confession that you guys may have missed. And so here's an excerpt here from Harper's Bazaar, courtesy of TRG The Royal Grift on X. And here, the Harper's Bazaar article says, her circle of trust is tight. So Megsy's circle of trust is tight, guys. She puts her hand on her heart. This way, yeah. Puts her hand on her heart when she talks about her husband, saying, he loves me so boldly, fully, and he also has a different perspective because he sees media that I wouldn't. No one in the world loves me more than him, so I know he's always going to make sure that he has my back. You have someone who just has this childlike wonder and playfulness. I was so drawn to that, and he brought that out in me. That's translated into every part of our life, even in business. I want us to play, have fun, and explore, and be creative. End scene. Oh, shiz the freaking bed. Tell me that you love me more than Azza. In other words, let me say that a little better, right? Tell me, right? Try and tell me that Megsy doesn't love Megsy more than Azza. This is showing, in other words, that Megsy loves Megsy more than Azza. That Megsy loves Megsy more than Azza. Why? Because look at exactly what she says. She talks about how Hazza makes her feel, what Hazza does for her, and what they do together. She doesn't really talk about Hazza in the singular. I love him because he does this. I love him because he's this. I love him because he's that. I love him because of his eyes or whatever physical attribute, right? It's all about how he loves her. It's all about her. It's all about his love for her rather than her love for him. So for me, this section, this portion of the Harper's Bazaar interview, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, proves that Megsy loves Megsy more than Azza. In other words, that Megsy doesn't love Azza as much as she tries to make out. If she really loved Azza, if their marriage was picture perfect, nothing to see here, everything's lullabies and, unicorns and rainbows and butterflies and all that jazz, then she'd be talking about him. What she loves about him. Not how he makes her feel with his love. This is twisted. Twisted. As TRG says here, kind of like a little bit of a funny quote here. No one in the world loves me more than him. Except for Megsy herself. Notice Megsy doesn't say she has Hazza's back or loves him fully. Exactly. It's all about what Hazza brings to the table with his love for her, but not the other way around. And she says at the end, this is overkill and no one's buying it. Yeah, no one's buying this at all. Divorce watch is on like freaking Donkey Kong. As Brittany from Royal News Network says right here, when you read the article, it's so obvious how much of, I'm going to have to say it this way, an alleged narcissistic nutbag from hell Megzi is. It's all about Hazza loving her, but she doesn't say much about her love for him. Exactly what I've been saying. But Brittany says it better than me. As simple as that. But this is the thing. Perhaps Megzi knows that divorce is now on the cards, right? Because as opinionated Russian says right here on X, makes a very good point. This Harpers Bazaar cover only proves that divorce is imminent. Because Megzi needs to make an income. I don't believe Hazza is supporting her financially anymore. She's been financially cut off from Hazza's ATM card. I really do believe next year we will see Hazza go back to Britain. And this is the thing, right? We're seeing Megzi doing more and more things professionally, but on a solo basis, right? Without Hazza. We're seeing her being interviewed more, but without Hazza. What have I said over the years when it comes to Hazza, Megzi, and this whole divorce situation? I have said, first and foremost, that in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, Megzi's going to be the one that's going to hit that divorce button first and foremost. But, here's the but, she'll only hit that divorce button, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, if she is under the belief that she can then bring in the big bucks without having to be married to Hazza. If she feels that she's in that position, then she's going to hit that divorce button. And I think what we're seeing here now, guys, with her branching out on her own, with her As Ever brand, with her series on Netflix, with the solo interviews that we're seeing now, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, this is Megzi laying down the groundwork to be financially stable on her own, to try and bring in the big bucks on her own, without having to rely on being married to Hazza. And as soon as she achieves that and she gets a big, massive tick off that, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, she's hitting that divorce button. So, yeah, with what opinionated Russian is saying here, oh, yeah, all signs are pointing to Divorce City. Not if, but when. And here, it's just backfired on her. Instead of Megzi proving how much she loves Hazza, she's missed the mark on that. She's just proven how much Megzi loves Megzi more than Hazza. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, then make sure on your way out you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Stef Alter Nerd for more misadventures of the gruesome twosome. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Does what Megzi say here prove that Megzi loves Megzi more than Hazza? And what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.